Alright guys, welcome back to Subliminal Escapes. My name is Steven Stangalini. The Japan journey continues. Today we leave Kyoto, we make our way to Osaka. Let's get going. First we had to stop for breakfast at a local favorite called the Blue Fir Tree Cafe. This cafe is known for its traditional Japanese phantom pancakes, as well as other local Japanese favorites, which are deliciously thick pancakes that take around 20 minutes to cook or so, and have a crispy exterior and a delightfully fluffy interior. I tell you guys, the Japanese pancake is one of my favorite things to eat while in Japan. Look at this, absolutely amazing. Find them wherever you can when you are in Japan, and definitely you have to try it. Michelle opted for a traditional French toast breakfast with the Japanese savory twist, some ham and cheese and green peppers on the top. Absolutely amazing. This cafe is definitely worth your time to go to while you are in Kyoto. After breakfast, it was time to head on out and make our way to Osaka. This time, once again, riding the Shinkansen. At this point, guys, while in Japan, we've gotten pretty used to and comfortable, or I should say proficient, at riding trains while in Japan. Japan being a country that relies heavily on train as a primary form of transportation, I must say, when traveling, I would agree with the locals in this country. It is one of my preferred methods of travel, above rental car, Uber, taxi, or bus or shuttle. After riding the Shinkansen and some local trains for a little over an hour, we finally arrived at Namba Station, which was a 3 to 5 minute walk from our hotel located in Dotonbori in Osaka. Oh, look, go-karts. Guys, I tell you, paying homage to Nintendo's Mario Kart is one thing the Japanese people do. They offer an activity which is riding go-karts through the streets of Osaka or Tokyo or any of the big cities for that matter. Something you've got to try, and I'll mention again, you can find it on Get Your Guide. Guys, we arrive at our hotel in Osaka called the Cross Hotel. This hotel is absolutely amazing. Cross Hotel Osaka is a sleek, modern, mid-range hotel ideally situated in the heart of Osaka's famed Dotonbori district, renowned for its neon-lit nightlife, culinary delights, and lively atmosphere. It's about a block away from the iconic Glico Running Man sign and a few-minute walk from Namba Station. Room types range from compact standard doubles to large suites, including the cross-floor offerings, many of which include club lounge access and select Dotonbori view rooms. Despite its central location, rooms are clean, comfortable, and reasonably spacious by Japanese urban hotel standards. Bathrooms especially are noted to be surprisingly spacious. And amenities here commonly include flat screen TVs, mini fridges, electric kettles, hair dryers, toiletries, slippers, and more. Guys, I will tell you, I was pleasantly surprised with this hotel. I believe we found it on TripAdvisor. I chose it based on location and convenience of walking to and from Namba Station or Osaka Station. And 100% guys, this hotel checked all the boxes. Clean, comfortable. The walk, as you're seeing here, from the hotel, from our room to the Glico Man sign was less than 5 minutes. And we're right there in the heart of all the action, where it's bustling, it's lively, it's a tourism mecca. After soaking in the sights and sounds of what Dotonbori had to offer, we were hungry, and Michelle knew the one thing we were going to get in this iconic neighborhood was Ichiran Ramen. When you are in Japan, guys, one of the staples you have to try is ramen. Now, sadly, this location right here, Ichiran Ramen in Dotonbori, this trip we took was back in September of last year, 2024. Just a couple weeks ago, guys, this location had burned down. Rest in peace to the firefighters and those who were affected by this horrific tragedy. Hopefully they open up at some point in the near future. But guys, I tell you, eating in a place like this is an introvert's dream. You don't sit at a table. You sit in cubicle kind of cubby type things. And even Michelle sitting right next to me. Absolutely amazing. The food is to die for. Michelle even found some type of a kit we were able to get to make a replica, so to say, of Ichiran Ramen when we arrived back home in the United States, based on the fact you have to get some of your own ingredients. But the foundation was there, and it was as tasty, or is as tasty, as eating at the restaurant, hands down. After our delicious lunch, it was time to wind down in a local cigar lounge I had located maybe within 5 minutes of our hotel. I couldn't believe it. I was excited. Went there, had a couple cocktails, enjoyed a nice smoke. What a way to end the afternoon. After freshening up, we headed back out to the Dotonbori neighborhood. Let's see what this culinary mecca of Japan has to offer. Michelle was on a mission that evening. She was craving takoyaki, octopus that is cooked inside of like a battered waffle type ball with savory ingredients on the top. And not only was she on a mission to get some of the best takoyaki she had ever had, she was going for the Michelin star rated. So as we explored, there's Ichiran Ramen again. Breaks my heart, guys, breaks my heart. Such a dope area. As we explored, we knew where we were headed, but we also had to soak in what it was to be in the heart of Dotonbori, where it can be pretty overwhelming, but at the same time, you're full of joy to get lost in this culinary mecca. Everywhere you look, there's delicious food to be had. The sights and sounds are completely overwhelming. And we finally found the takoyaki restaurant Michelle was looking for. Michelin star rated, a line definitely worth waiting for. And the employees there are just working their hardest to ensure the culinary experience you have is beyond compare. Now, Michelle got 4 different kinds of takoyaki, each one a little bit different flavored. I will say I enjoy it for what it is. It's not my go-to, but if somebody's eating it in front of me, I will definitely enjoy eating some takoyaki, no matter where we're at. After we finished our dinner, we continued exploring this wonderful neighborhood, and look, a line out the door. When you see a restaurant with a line out the door in any of these neighborhoods that we've explored on this Japan journey, go there, especially if it's a line full of locals. This is something I had to try. It was Wagyu beef on top of some type of Japanese cracker type thing. Really delicious, absolutely amazing. I couldn't tell you where it was. It was just at a small stand in the middle of Dotonbori, and I said, I gotta try this, and I was pleasantly surprised. As we continued to stroll through the local neighborhood, we never once felt unsafe. This neighborhood is a tourism mecca. It's very lively, it's very busy. No matter where you look, you'll always find something good to eat. We ended up in this restaurant. It was upstairs in the heart of everything. Michelle opted for the unagi. I had yakitori, which was absolutely amazing, with Wagyu beef, as well as some chicken. We had okonomiyaki, the Japanese pancake. Everything here was delicious. The next day, it was time to head out and do a little bit more exploring, this time locally. We found this hole-in-the-wall mom-and-pop restaurant that specialized in Japanese katsu, as well as many different types of curry, similar to Koko Ichibanya. The one thing I will say about the Japanese cooking, they're very obsessed with putting a raw egg on top of a lot of the food, which, as you'll see, I try and I give it a shot. It's not that bad. It just, you have to get over the fact there's a raw egg on your food, but I enjoyed everything I ate there. I don't think there was anything I ate in Japan that I was like, wow, this is horrible. You know what I mean? After we let our food digest for a little bit, we started exploring local electronic shops where you can get everything from takoyaki makers to Japanese bidets, pro audio equipment. Anything you want in the world of high-end electronics, this is the place to get it. And I will say, when you are in Japan, this is a country that is known for their bidets. I believe the brand right there is Toto. That's the brand to get if you opt to get one back at home. Life-changing, guys, not the cheap Amazon crap you get back in the United States. This is the real deal. Also, in many of these stores, they have a lot of pro audio and nostalgic audio as well, and audio that you can't get back in the United States, and if you do, you're going to pay a lot of money for it. I found it very fascinating to see these staples and icons of the world of DJing right here in this local store. We then ventured to a toy section where you see replicas of motorcycles and airplanes. And speaking of airplanes, I work as a professional in aviation. I collect miniature scale airliner models every time we travel of the air carrier we chose to fly on. And I was reminded while in that previous store, let me see if I can find a scale miniature airplane model dealer, which I did, maybe 10 minutes worth of a train ride away from where we were, and stumbling in there, guys, I was like a kid in a candy store. I found stuff you cannot find in the United States, even if you try to get it online, because it's either discontinued or no longer produced. And in this case, I'm pointing to a United Airlines 747 SP and the old Sao base colors from the 80s. Almost impossible to find. Let me know in the comments if that information is correct for you av geeks out there. The individual who ran this store was very friendly to deal with. The prices were totally fair, market value of what you can get by ordering online or back in the United States. But it was a lovely chance to explore a part of Osaka that many don't get to see. Now, we wanted to try something. When we got to the train station, before we headed out, these train stations, as I've said before, are massive, and the restaurants here rival something you would go out as a family and eat. Look at this. Kobe beef sizzling on top of some vegetables, with Michelle getting some type of teriyaki beef. Oh my God. This isn't a train station, guys. I can't stress that enough. This is located underneath a train station. Japan is where to do it, and the culinary capital of Japan, Osaka, is where, if you're going to try train station food, this is the place to do it. After our wonderful dinner, I opted for these waffles that are absolutely amazing. They're located at every train station, come in different shapes, forms, and varieties. What a wonderful snack or dessert. Worth it, worth it, worth it. After riding our train back to our hotel or our local neighborhood, which again, I've said before is Namba Station, about a 4-minute walk from the hotel, it was time to head to the hotel, get settled in, and get ready for our next journey. Now, during the day, Michelle and I had stopped at local 7-Elevens and Family Marts. These are just some of the items she had gotten. From trying different Kit Kats and different teas to this drink, which is called Dotonbori. They have a store that actually sells these drinks. It's a coffee type drink, similar to Starbucks in the United States. Coffee with chocolate or really whatever you want. Absolutely amazing. Guys, anytime we would go to Family Mart or 7-Eleven or Lawson while we were in Japan, some of those items that you just saw were what we would pick up on a regular basis because we couldn't get that back in the United States. Guys, thanks again for tuning in to this episode of Subliminal Escapes. My name is Steven Stangolini. We always enjoy you coming to hang with us. On the next episode of Subliminal Escapes, we finally make our way to Taipei, Taiwan. Guys, stick around. This adventure has been the vacation of a lifetime. Once we get to Taipei, we're going to see what type of culinary adventures we can get into while there. Why would one visit Taipei? What does this wonderful city have to offer? Stick around for that. Also, a couple things based on what we just watched, I want to give you a few tips on. Many times I mentioned Namba Station, not far from our Cross Hotel where we had stayed. I need to let you guys know, as I've said over and over in these videos, these train stations are absolutely massive. If you go onto Google Maps, you will see there are many exit points for each one of these train stations, particularly the ones such as Shinjuku, Shibuya, Osaka, Namba, etc. When you get to your train station and you're looking for an exit, there might be 20 exits. That's not an exaggeration. And it could create a situation where it becomes a challenge to continue to navigate or adds on time to your navigation when you arrive at your destination. So with a little bit of pre-planning, once you get to your station, wherever you end up, take a look on Google Maps. It will even tell you which exit to take, which puts you the most efficient way to get to your destination, as opposed to following signage in the train station and saying, oh, we'll just exit here, and you have to walk an additional 15 to 20 minutes because you were not at the most efficient exit. Again, what you're seeing on the screen should be a little helpful with what I'm trying to say. That is the tip of this episode when navigating in Japan. Make sure you know which exit you want to exit at the train stations you're at. Guys, once again, thank you for watching this edition of Subliminal Escapes. We have a lot more to come, guys, a lot more to come. Bear with me as I'm slowly making my way through all the footage we have. We not only have Taipei, Taiwan, we have our final day when we make our way back to Tokyo from Taipei before going to the United States, and we explore the Shinjuku area, followed by another whole completely different type of subliminal escape, the world of RVing. We own a fifth wheel toy hauler. We go on many adventures with this, from going and playing in the sand, going to off-road adventures in northern Arizona, just to even using it as a home away from home to get away on a vacation, well in our second home, so to say, if that makes sense. The dogs have fun. We have fun. It's always very enjoyable to do these kind of adventures. Plenty of videos of that to come. Also, the world of cruising. We recently resurrected an old passion that we had, cruising. Many people are doing it. Since the pandemic, it's slowly coming back, but it's coming back with a vengeance. We recently sailed on the Royal Caribbean Navigator of the Seas out of Los Angeles. Stay tuned for that adventure in of itself. And coming way out in the distance, Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas, their newest ship, the world's biggest cruise ship. What does this ship have to offer? Why would one take the world's biggest cruise ship instead of something smaller, something a little older? We will answer all those questions on those episodes of Subliminal Escapes. You guys have been hanging with us. I'm always grateful for the love. If you find the content that we're putting out helpful and you enjoy it, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us out here on the channel to continue creating content such as this. My name is Steven Stangolini. You've been watching Subliminal Escapes. We will see you on the next episode. Thanks for being here. Take care, everyone.